Hi, sorry, new to all the live. But hey, mama baby, she's a bit sad because she's missing her kittens, but they're well and truly old enough now, and that's why it was so imperative. They'd already been promised to somebody, and the good thing is they all get to reunite. My friend's little boy, his mother has two, and my friend has two. Mama now, none of them, even these guys, shouldn't have even existed. But it was where I was living and the people there, so they just don't de-sex any of their cats, and that's why. Oh, there's a whole story about Bella, who is asleep at the moment, and I thought she'd passed away, gone into a coma and passed away, but I was laying roses where she was buried under her favourite tree and saying, "I miss you, Bella," and Bella came out from under her tree. So, yeah, the cat's got a pretty good setup out here. But yeah, she's missing them. But the good thing is the whole family gets to reunite and see each other from time to time. So that's good. Where I was prevented from being able to do anything, really, including de-sex the cats. So they're getting done now. Yeah, Pippi, you can come into view. The tent is like a little play tent. That's where the older two kittens were sleeping. But they go outside during the day. They're allowed to, as long as they're kind of around the yard and that, they're all good outside during the day. Where I'm living, they're allowed. But at night time, they have to be contained. So I thought I'd give it a go. And I don't know if you've seen, but yeah, it kind of all just, the phone flipped out of my hand because Pippi decided she was going to go for a wander, but baby didn't really want to go, did you, darling? But they went to the toilet instead of using the litter. It's just more pleasant. I think they enjoy it more. And Bear had to go. So he had a little incident too. So I got him a little bucket of toys. 12 toys for $12 it was. It's pretty cool. I don't mind Kmart for those things. And, just practicing a bit of live so that when the time comes and I'm ready and organised, I'll be sharing a lot of actually what's happened for such a long time, and not just recent years. I mean, like throughout my life and what brought me to this point. And I'm actually really happy. I have so much freedom and independence again. My own funds. Looking forward to deciding exactly what it is I want to do, and I want to work for myself. In the meantime, I'm looking for a bit of data entry or something because I don't want to get involved in something where I'm going to feel required to just stay there and be there and not work on myself and continue healing. It's been a very big road, and we all have to do it. We all have to go through it. So, but yeah, these animals, they mean so much to me. So Baby and Bella, who is sleepy at the moment, will be de-sexed hopefully by the end of next week. Just with the public holidays, it's just not going to happen right now. Bear's already de-sexed and he's on antibiotics and anti-inflammatories at the moment. This phone's about to die too. Oh, darling. I know. She's missing her girl. You're okay. They're okay. We're okay. Yeah. We get to see them all. Bam Bam, Pebbles, Mimi and Belle. And Pippi's too young to go anywhere. I have to take their harnesses off. Hey. But they're very much spoiled in here. So I will have to say goodnight because I really do need to charge my phones and recharge myself. But I just wanted to see. I'm not familiar with lives and I'm not really tech savvy, but I'm giving it a go. We shall see what happens. Hey. So, but I'm hours away from the desert, and I am so happy that I went. Yes, I had to ring the police. One of the police was really good. The other one, he even lied about having another job to go to. I pulled up just before the highway and thanked them both and said, I know you have another job to go to. And I was thinking of other people. And he said, no, I don't have another job to go to. Just we're going to such and such to get more fuel because it cost me a half a tank to get here. Well, it didn't cost him anything really. He's on the force, but yeah, a few things he said were just way just out of whack. It just was not right, not normal. That whole town, that whole place, there are books written about them. Monsters of the Mallee. Some of them are being released from jail. Yeah, some of the police officers, not all, but I still rang them. I needed them, and I rang them. So I'm quite. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to leave in style. I even had a little nice outfit picked out to leave, but instead I fled, and I'm not looking back. I'm quite happy. I even went back there to be able to get Bella back. All these people just being selfish and not thinking of the animals. Now, Pippi's mum, Bella, she's a bit funny now and it just didn't seem right. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm not looking my best, so please just bear with me in my grey hair. Yeah, there's a lot to say, and I will get around to it. So much to do. Been so busy today. I went for the drive to say goodbye for now. We'll see you later to Belle and Pebbles, and yeah, I've already seen photos. They're already settled right in where they're going, and yeah, so they're all going to get to still reunite here and there and see each other. So hello to you all. I haven't got my glasses on, so I'll have to squint to see. Rob, Jay's World, Daya Sharma, and Jello missing. Well, I had actually I was right down at 40 kilograms. I wasn't feeling worthy to eat, so I was cooking everything, and it is so not me. I was the kid that taught myself to ride a bike at 3.5 because mum and dad said I had to wait till I was 5 for a bike. I was the one to shimmy up the toilet pole to get onto the roof of the house to get all the balls down, or go under the house. Dad taught me how to walk in the ceiling, in between the ceiling and the roof, because he knew one day I'd probably just get up there and he didn't want to see me coming through the plaster. For somebody to tell me, I'll show you how to connect a garden hose, when I've used blades bigger than my head. And I'm more than capable of working. They wanted me, they were trying to diagnose me. They're a farm worker, they've got nothing to do with health services. Then they suggested being my carer. And then I caught them shouting into their phone and figured, oh, they have like a home safe app or something like that. And that's why every time they spoke, they would use my name. My reactions were not the problem. I really don't care what they put out there. I really do not care. There's another lady named Karen and she's causing a lot of drama and I could care less anymore. I could care less. I'm so far away from them all and I'm so happy it took so long. It was always like either 50 degrees or it'd been a massive downpour and just couldn't get out of the desert, just could not get out. Made to fear the car, my car, to drive my car. Arguments in the car forced me to not even want to get in it with that person anymore. There's just so many reasons. But since then, I'd never been that weight since before puberty, to be honest. I've not grown in height since I was 12. I'm 5'3". I'm now 55 years of age this Halloween. And I just have so much to offer myself, offer others, things I want to do. And I don't know why these people, I have an idea, a good idea why, but it took me a long time to work it out. When I did kind of work out what was going on, when you do find out what's going on, it actually can make you really, really frightened. But no one, who's going to believe that? But you can't make that shit up. You cannot make it up. And I was always the one to stand up for others at school, anywhere, anytime, and to have my independence. Everything just snapped. And when I look back, it wasn't a snap. It was little bits and pieces like, Tracy, would you destroy somebody's life for 200,000? And I'm like, pause, because I'm thinking, what the freak? And I'd say no, and then I journeyed on to what they were doing and obviously what they were doing before I ever met them. After, I don't have a record, not for anything, but they do, and quite serious. And the background checks that DB did, they were very concerned and they totally understood when I told them the facts. I can't go right into it now because I'm on about 7%. I wasn't even planning to go live. I just thought, well, the cats were on their leads with their harnesses. I thought I'd, get on and give live a go. But tomorrow will be more organised, or the next day. It is Easter, so I understand that, I've got struts that somebody's helped me put on my car tomorrow under the bonnet, so I can start fixing a few things on the car. I do want to get something a bit more reliable in the near future, and I will do. I'm planning on buying a home this year. I really want to be over the other side of the country at the end of this month to see one of my daughters and my grandchildren. I haven't been able to meet my grandson yet, so I'm looking forward to that. There's something important on the 30th of April that I really want to be there for. And I hope she sees this because I really, really love my children, all of them, and my grandkids. And there's just been too much for too long and everything has been connected. Absolutely 100% connected. And I'm willing to go right back to the beginning. And it's a very long story and I don't want to drag it out of everybody, but it's not so much about vindication. I can take them all to court and sue them for $5 just to let the records show. But more about there's so many people, so many, not just women, but there are so many people that this is happening to, and how to recognise it before it gets as far as it did. My empathy is massive. Empathy is like gravity, and it can weigh you down, feeling for feeling everybody else's emotions and just wanting the best for everybody. And to say, you're humble kind of takes away being humble to me. It just sounds wrong, but I am. But I know I'd been recorded for many, many years by others. But this person, I didn't realise that they all knew each other, or their networks, all different networks, their desires are, whether it's money, sex, whatever it is, they don't care. They'll utilise each other. And if you believe in God, they hate you. They hate your guts. You'll turn and you'll look and you'll see they'll be having a cigarette or something, and they'll blow it in to the back of your head, or, and then it's like it gets to the point where they don't even hide it anymore. They can't hide it. And now that we're all seeing what goes on in the world, I feel a bit more relaxed about sharing it without. I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I don't care anymore. I know I'm not. The facts are facts. Nothing will change that, even if nobody believed me. I gave all my sorrow, grief, loss, hurt, anger, pain, all the empathy. I did all the work. I forgave everybody. Didn't mean I had to tell them, but I got to a point where, hey, I did all this. And what? I'm still here. I'm still stuck. And so I was sitting on just an old kitchen chair in the kitchen up in the desert, and had my head on the bench, and just limp. Just, what was the point of moving forward? And I would never unalive myself. So I was just at a point, despair beyond despair, but I was just limp. And to explain it to you, it's like, it literally is like when you're a kid. For me, it was mum, I'd ask mum, I'll carry that grocery bag, shopping bag for her. And she'll say, "You're right with that. If it's a bit heavy, you let me know." And I didn't. I was so insistent on carrying it. And then sometimes I got too much, I just hand it over to her. And the relief, even though you feel whatever, but I offered and I feel bad, but I didn't. And we're all worthy of all the love in the world. I can promise you. I promise you, call it whatever you want. My view of what I use the word God, because what other word am I going to use? But it's whatever that absolute that never, ever, ever changes. Everything else changes, but that the only thing that is real in life is love. Everything positive can come under love. Everything negative, even sorrow, guilt, shame, hurt, anger, it can all come under the negative, which is a distortion of love, because you don't hurt without love. You can't hurt without love. So, yeah, big story to tell, but I'm hoping that it gives others hope. I don't want to say don't despair, because you might be just like me, that it's just, that's maybe what it will take for you. But I felt something in my heart, and then I would put in the description in Google the way I'm just speaking to you, and it would come up with, oh, that was God weaving you a new heart. Then I've got to tell you this, hopefully I've got enough battery. Imagine sitting on a stool or a chair in a river of water, and the current's low, but then it picks up. You just feel this current and it raises you. You don't have to move a muscle. You didn't even have to try. It just raised you because it's what it did. Something happened like that, but it wasn't water. And there is a definition where it's dopamine, but I know it really is just that's the response your body has to it. But it was pure joy. When you have joy, when you get married, have it or have a baby, very joyous occasions, but it comes with fear. Fear of losing, fear of making a mistake, fear of doing something wrong. Fear of, am I going to be around long enough for this child? Just everything. Whereas this, there was no fear, just absolute pure joy. Joy is an element, and I think that's why J is the only letter not on the periodical table. And that it's a current, and the ingredients isn't water. It isn't like wind or air. It was joy. And then when I was raised up to my feet, I was jumping around. I'm like, yes, 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 fucking yes, swearing and everything. I kid you not. And the first thing I did was went over to my now ex-partner, and he looked into my eyes first, and then he looked down to my mouth, and that drew me my thoughts to my mouth, my awareness to my mouth, and I realised I was wearing, like, I'm smiling now, and I am happy to tell you all about it. But the smile on my face, I didn't realise I was wearing it. I googled it all, and of course, the description was I was rejoicing. And what other words do you use for it? They're the words we're given. They're the words I'm using. So I googled it all, and it said that those who conspire and lie about you will witness God's smile on your face. And you know, most of us have told a lie or two, whether it was to save others, save ourselves, or just because we just didn't want people to know we fucked up somewhere, whatever. I want to see that smile on other people's faces, even if it meant that I was the one that fucked up. I want everybody to feel that way. I didn't go the next day. I really should have. And it's every time I tried to go, there was something. It was 50 degrees. The highway near us was very, very, well, where I was, very, very dangerous. Like trucks come off the road. It's the highway. It's like built up. Massive kangaroos, emus that, you know, that have come from even further in the desert, heading for the river. Our place was an oasis. So a lot of animals, a lot of birds, which I was so grateful for. They are my life. Yeah, I've been through a lot, and I know you all have. I wish I could read all your writing without squinting, so I promise I'll wear my glasses tomorrow. But I thought I'd give this a go, and I promise I will read them. We become accustomed to carrying the burdens. That's right, we do. And like I felt, I don't know, just I want every single person in the world to feel what I felt. I've always wanted everybody to just feel fantastic, because it makes the world a better place for everybody. But I have found such inner peace, and sometimes I lose it, but I can draw it straight back, and it really does help. And it's, some people try yoga, some people try all this, and other people have their points of view. Whatever works for you, whatever works for you. But I can promise you, there's something that is absolute, that will always, always, always be there. I also heard and felt like a shift. When I say I heard a silent sound, I don't know how to explain that. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm going to say it anyway. If love someone, be honest and true with you, broke heart is not good. That's right. But you learn. We learn from all those things. And I still wish those people well. I don't want to say I feel sorry for them, because if they've conjured something and it's not from God or good, whether it's the universe, you, nature, whatever it is, I know there's peace-loving atheists, there's peace-loving Catholics, there's peace-loving pagans, and then there's just evil people. Corruption has got into everything. Corruption's got into witness protection. Corruption's got into the police. We're seeing it. We're all seeing it now. It's such a big story. But if I can help just one person, and that person can help another person to either recognise what's going on. There's been so much, and I've shared so much, and I did appear crazy. But when I realised this person's using my name when they talk to me constantly, every line, and they're talking into their phone, I had this sneaky suspicion. They were planting seeds, gaslighting. So, like a movie producer and a director and a writer, if this cuts out, I will be back tomorrow. And I promise you I'll answer your comments. I just can't read them right now. I'm short-sighted and I'm just on my phone. And I didn't prepare for this. I just said I'll just give it a go. My batteries are really low. The works. That's Bear's a bit thirsty. But don't give up. When I say don't give up, doesn't mean you have to push or anything. I've had more showers this week than I've had in the last month before I left there, because it didn't really matter. Just keep your hands and whatever clean and everything. It did not matter. What mattered was breathing and keeping my mind focused on that I will be out of there. And I did it. I left. I fled. I didn't want to flee, but I did. Cats and all, in the car with just nothing. And the police officer wouldn't let me out to get my last cat.